Hello, this is Group 11's MAE 152 Computer-Aided Design Project with Ryan, Gavin, Trey, Zaid, and Chris, and we are doing a motorcycle. I myself, Ryan McGuire, did motorcycle brakes, Chris did handlebars, Gavin did the wheel, Trey did the bike stand, and Zaid did foot pegs. On the right hand side, you can also see the type of analysis that everyone did. These are the motorcycle brakes. The first iteration that was done was the curved rotor ribs, which you can see between the rotor reels. And then the second iteration was the supported caliper alongside the caliper and then the brake pad there. These are some tables and results that I got. You see a lot of green with some of the stress and displacement, but also with some of the faster and full speed stops, there was some overall red when it came to those iterations. And then here is some of the proofs of those iterations. There's some temperature plots there on the top with each iteration in the base design, and then a displacement plot with the same results. And then here's a fatigue curve. You can see that with the rotor ribs, it improved the overall fatigue life around 8,000 cycles, and the caliper support around 20,000 cycles. And in the frequency, you can see there was great frequency, but with the test that was done, this was to be expected. Now we move on to the handlebars of the motorcycle and its frame, that which attaches this to the motorcycle body. The main issue that Chris found with this part was the displacement under a lot of load. The iterations are now focused on reducing the stress that occurred at the horizontal connections that link the handlebar frame with the steering fork, and you can see circles around what was changed. Now we have the overall results, a lot of green, a lot of improvement with those iterations. Now we have two images that are shown, our displacement plots of the original part and then the second iteration. Both of these images are at the same scale. There's around a 64% decrease in the maximum displacement shown in the final version though, which you can see on the right hand side, and this means that the handlebars can experience larger loads without larger displacements. The next part being analyzed is a bike stand by Trey. The original is shown with a 10mm thickness. The first iteration we added braces to help support the weight of the bike. In the second iteration, we made the tube thicker by 10mm for a total of 20mm. This is a summary of results showing mostly positive and green improvements for both iterations. These are two images of the displacement plots from some of the analysis. The original showed a displacement of 1.16mm, but with the brace iteration, it decreased to 0.26mm, showing how the iteration benefited the part's strength. To validate the simulation results, a closed-form solution was performed. Stress and deflection values were then compared to a finite element results, with the overall trends remaining consistent. Any discrepancy is due to simplified assumptions in the analytical model. However, the agreement between both methods confirmed the simulation results are reasonable. The analysis of the foot pegs was done by Zaid. The initial model had high stress concentration in the narrow section of the peg. The first iteration was to add a 4mm thickness, 10mm outer diameter washer around the bolt holding the peg. This reduced stress by up to 56% and deformation by 9%. The second iteration was to expand a pre-existing spacer by 4mm, which reduced stress by 57% and deformation by up to 18.8%. These iterations positively impacted every simulation. The modal analysis of the final model showed two resonant frequencies within the normal operating range of a motorcycle frame, which indicates that the part could be caused by resonant under normal use conditions. And here are those positive results that Zaid got. In conclusion, across all load cases and design iterations, the average performance improvement was approximately 30 to 40%, with most configurations showing reduced stress and displacement. Outliers correspond to failure-prone geometries and under extreme loading conditions. Thank you for listening.